blessed by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of the future.
Inside the book that I wrote are all the words that we spoke, yet only with our eyes. Now is the time to choose. Somebody wins and some lose. I can see through your disguise. Lay down, hope for something better. Looking at the clouds, the sliver in the weather. You can't keep this up. The lies are just too much. Kick back, start another fire. Looking at the clouds, making shapes that you admire. And you can't stop it now, 'cause you don't know how.
Alright. So, let's find a starter deck we can use as a base. Alright, this 5-0 to League a few weeks ago. Or a few days ago. On New Year's. Anyone? Here's one from a 7-0 at a modern challenge. Start with this one. Delete all these old decks. One of them was, yeah. Decks changed. Alright, so this list 7-0 the modern challenge on December 23rd. Now it doesn't have our stipulation cards in it though. So sideboard's gonna be a Godless Shrine and 3 Lingering Souls. Alright. So this list is kind of interesting because it doesn't have any Lilianas on the main board. Seems kind of odd. No, this one doesn't either. Actually, a lot of them don't. So it looks like that's becoming the norm. They're cutting. They're cutting Lilianas, huh? All right, and then I know Jeff has been playing this deck a little bit, and he's actually like down a Tassiger to 1 Tassiger, and he's like maxing out Anglers because he just thinks it's a much better card. I'm not sold on that. I like the 2-2 split. So questions are Serum Visions or Opt? I think testing Opt is pretty valuable. This one had Opt others don't. I think that's a fine like replacement that people are playing. Here's another opt. This one has Serum Visions. It's kind of interesting. What do you think? Stubborn Reliable. So we're talking, for those showing up just now, we're talking about should we play Opt or should we play Serum Visions? I know this was a pretty big debate when we played Jeskai Flash that one time, even though it was more kind of a Jeskai. What's the 3-drop that we played? Geist of Saint Trap. So we're tapping out a little bit more than traditional Flash decks. So it's okay. Okay. And you were playing probably more of a controlling version too, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of interesting because people have been moving to Young Pyromancer in this side, which I think is interesting. But I just want to try the Lingering Souls. So I'm going to cut those Pyromancers completely because that kind of fills the same role as this Lingering Souls plan. The one that's interesting to me is Echoing Truth in this list. Like, what are these for? Is this just for... I mean, okay, so it answers what? It answers Goblin out of Storm. Is that a card you would bring in against Storm? I mean, it doesn't seem like it. Like, you have Staticaster. And you have a fourth... A K return. Okay, yeah, K returns. And so, like, what are these Echoing Truths for? Yeah, I was gonna say, it bounces your own Angler if you have an Angler. I don't know, that's weird. I guess, like... I don't know, it seems really odd. Yeah. I don't know. It looks like it might just be this guy's pet card. I'm taking a look at some other lists here. There's an Engineered Explosive, which spins with some... I mean, it does answering Lingering Souls, but you have is a Staticaster for that, and you have K return if you want it. So like, I don't think like I'm on board with that. Like most lists don't have it. I mean, he did 7-0, but maybe he never even brought in the card. It doesn't seem particularly good. I think we'll cut that one. We're trying other things tonight. So since we're bringing in Lingering Souls in the grinding matchups where we typically want Staticaster, we probably still want this first Storm. We want 2K returns. I also think Ghostly Prison, maybe he was like worried about death and taxes and wanted to like bounce their vials or something. I don't know. Seems odd. So what was it? Oh, Liliana the Last Hope. I think I want one of those, and we'll just do like a 1-1 split of lilies. Do we want to make any changes to the main board? Like, we could cut a Dismember for... How many Thought Seeds do they have? They have 4, that's good. 4 Fatal Push, 4 Shadow. So this seems to be kind of uncommon. I'm trying to figure out what this guy cut for that card. Did he cut a land? No, he didn't cut a land. 18 lands. 16 creatures. Oh yeah. There's no fourth snap. So he's running 2 dismembers instead of a 4th snap. Isn't that kind of... that seems a little loose. Like if you wanted to, you just snap dismember. And this just opens up more flexibility. Of course you do. I did not read Ben Friedman's list on SCG today, but we can take a look at it real quick. Ben Friedman. Snap all day. I agree. Also, Brad, I wanted to thank you for the resub yesterday. I remember hearing it, and I was in the middle of something, and I spaced out and forgot to tell you. So thank you for that. Let's see. So this is his list. All right, so he's got 4 snaps. That's good. He's got 2 dismembers though, and he's running baubles. Well, that's kind of interesting. Definitely team dismember, no terminate. Okay. I will trust Billy plays this deck a lot. Doesn't matter what versions I put in the list, they're just gonna send me whatever they can anyway. So for Mishra's Bauble, that must be... no? Alright, so he doesn't Rakdos Charm. Huh. This is quite interesting. I do agree. Wow, 3 engineered explosives? 4 angler, no tasker. Wow. Maybe we start with this list. Man, this guy's got a lot of like weird stuff going on. I mean, Ben Friedman's a pretty good player though. I do agree engineered explosives is insane. I mean, it just hits so many things. I always ran it as a 2 of an Abzan for that very reason. I think we're gonna try this list maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. He also is on Opt, which is interesting. I really like this list, but I do want to test Lingering Souls, even if it is ridiculously stupid. So we're gonna keep with this plan, but I do like that list. Oh, holy shit. This guy. No. Why did they put 2 Godless Shrines in our sideboard? There's one right here, and then I just drag one out. I mean, it's definitely not in his list. I just double checked. I was like, it wouldn't make any sense. Billy's also team Opt. Man, that's really interesting. So what is your reasoning behind that? I do like no Tasigur Grimon. Why is Opt better than Serum Visions? I guess turn 1 you're usually wanting to discard them, and then turn 2 you might be like wanting to hold up like Terminate or something. But Serum Visions has to just be a better top deck, I would think. So what if we try Engineered Explosives? And Rakdos Charm. Because they had Nile Spellbomb. Rakdos Charm is basically the same card. You want to spend 2 mana on it. I don't know why I just typed in Rakdos as though that was going to get me to where I wanted to be. Rakdos Charm it's basically the same effect. And it also has other modes that we could bring in. Like against Storm, if they make like 20 goblins, we can. Yeah. I don't know. Like I think I want one, but the second one seems loose. What if we cut it and play it as a second engineered explosive? Well, I think there are matchups where we bring in Kozilek's Return, but we wouldn't bring in Lingering Souls. So like Storm would be a good example. Probably Human. Right, but we want Lingering Souls probably against like Blue-White Control, Advent, the Mimic.
No, I was more just saying I don't think.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And the Kozilek's kind of fights against it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's got both in his list.
And I like the fact that if you have the God list, you can also.
Isn't K Return really good against Affinity though? Isn't that a reason to have one? Well, right, Kozilek's Return can kill Edge Champion.
Oh, I thought you said
No. K Return.
Like, you already have Lingering Soul, Kozilek's Command, and Rakdos Tremor, and you can usually bring one of those. That's a lot.
Yeah, and we have Rejection. Yeah, alright.
Probably our entire sideboard against.
Probably. Alright, so Billy says, Opt, it's nice that it's instant speed to make your stuff better. Also, you really need your cantrip to immediately find Ghast, which Opt is better at because it digs harder when you're looking for something specific, which you always are. Basically, Opt is a faster cantrip. So that's fair. So like, Serum Visions, if you're top decking and you need an answer, you need to wait a turn. Alright. That's fair. That convinces me enough. Alright, so Lantern. We've got EE and Rejection and Stubbs. And Rakdos Shard. Yeah, except for we don't want it. Alright.
You don't have a lot of trouble.
We could run a Disdainful Stroke. But I don't know. Like, we have one card we can add. I think it could be a number of things. So I think it could be Collective Brutality, because it also fits well with the Lingering Souls plan. Like, we could discard it. But chances are we're bringing in Collective Brutality against Infect, where we're going to bring in Soul. But also Burn, where we wouldn't bring in Soul. We could also run like a second Liliana of the Veil. If we play against Boggles, we've got EE and Lily of the Veil. It's probably enough. So we should have a Disdainful Stroke. I mean, Rejection. And a Disdainful Stroke.
What are we gonna take out?
I mean, they have relics, so it's like how much do we want to play around relic? But you definitely taking out Dismember. I think you could take out K Command. Like getting their artifact is like gonna be too slow most of the time. So that's 3 cards. So that's 7. We bring in Now we can bring in Rakdos Charm actually, because it on the play especially it can kill maps, and then it can kill Oblivion Stone. So Rakdos Charm, Stub, Disdainful Stroke, Ceremony's Rejection. That's 5 cards. And then Lily is 6. Yeah. Lingering Souls is usually is too slow against Tron. Like, you have to leave him in as Abzan, but you're never like excited about it. I mean, this looks pretty solid. I think it's definitely worth trying out. Alright, so let's export. If anyone has any feedback on this list that's not related to Lingering Souls, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm gonna rent these cards. Alright, and then when we bring in the Lingering Souls, we're just cutting... Like, we have 3 red cards. K-Command is decent against, like, Abzan. It's like, okay. But is Lingering Souls just better? Like, we could just cut the red if we wanted. Actually, you usually cut them Street Wraiths, I believe. Like, you cut Street Wraith when the matchups are grindy. Because you don't want to be spending too much life. I have died the Swamp Walk before. I will admit that. It's kind of a stupid death, but I did die. Period Dolphin 1714. Dan Street Matter, thank you for the sub 3 months in a row. Can't wait to get partners so I can get you guys icons for subscriptions. Like, you, after so many months, you earn a new badge or whatever. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Alright, so we've got the deck. Let's rent the cards. So if none of you, or if any of you have never used Mana Traders before, it's really simple to use. Basically what I've done is I've gone to their site, I've logged in, and I've said I want to build a deck. I have imported the deck using the tool, and now, because I'm logged in, I can either rent the cards online, or I can actually rent them in paper for $110. I don't know why I would do that, but it is always an option. And I think the longer you're part of their service, the lower this cost is. I think this is kind of high from a price point at the moment. I think that if you're looking to rent paper cards, sparedeck.com I think is still slightly cheaper, but I don't know. And I also believe that Mana Traders only let you rent to SCG events or GPs. You couldn't like rent the cards for a local event, and I believe SpareDeck allows you to do that. So anyway, I tell it to rent the deck. I type in my name, which it saves after the first time. I click rent, and that's it. So what's going to happen is that there are some bots behind the scene that are gathering all of my cards for me. This is a process that they just came out with a few months ago. And once this status hits 100%, it'll actually open up and request a trade with me on Moto, and it'll have all my cards already for me. It's actually a great automated, amazing service from that point of view. And they remove the basic lands. The things that I wish they'd improve upon are card art and and set. So like, you know, I wish it'd try a little bit harder to make sure that you got 4 of the same card. And then, you know, the price is still a little high in my opinion. I reached out to them a couple months ago I wanted to play a legacy deck, and it was over my limit for rental. And I was like, hey guys, I stream. I've got this deck someone's requesting. Can you give me a one-time exclusion so that I can rent this deck? And it's only like $100 more than my rental. And I can rent up to like $750 or $780. So like, what's another 100, right? And they just like totally shot me down. And I was just like, come on, man. Like I've been on your service for like 5 months now. You can't trust me with 100 extra cards or $100 worth of extra cards. Now the nice thing is, you know, just in the last month, we've rented 4,500 cards valued at 24,000 tickets. So if you're looking to play a variety of decks, it definitely helps you do that. Now, some people talk about you can trade decks in, you don't lose a whole lot of money when you do that. It's true, but you do lose some. And, you know, depending on how much you play and how much you switch decks a lot, I think the value of Mana Traders could be worth it. Now, if you play 1 or 2 decks, definitely not worth it. Alright, so update versions. Alright, so we got our deck. For better or worse, let's jump into a league. Yeah, I replaced him. One small one. Alright. League ends January 15th. I will be in Cancun when the league ends. Alright, round 1. We leave the 13th and come back the 21st. It's all inclusive. Are we going to Grand Prix Indy? Don't know. When is it? Indianapolis is January 19th through the 21st. Oh, it's team limited. Okay, yeah. No, we won't be there. Oh, I won't be there. I don't know. Yeah, Evan's not going. I don't think I've seen Evan ever go to a GP. Have you ever been to a GP? He has been to a GP. Ah, you got 20th at Chicago. Okay. I did not do well at Chicago. Few years ago? With... Yeah. And it had like the foreign lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a horrible job. She gave me a terrible rule.
What was the share your story, man?
I said move to discard playing blue-white against burn, and my opponent goes, okay, I discarded, and then he went, burn your face, and I was like, judge, you can't do that. And the judge came over and said, yes you can. So I appealed to the head judge, and the head judge asked him, and he said, oh, I don't think I heard him say move to discard. And they discussed a little more, and then he changed his story. He said, okay, yeah, I guess he did probably say move to discard, and they still let him take it back and rewound and let him burn me in the face.
Wow. That's did it cost you the match?
No, it cost me the game.
Sure.
Not the match.
Steam vents tapped. So it could be Storm, could be Blue-Red Breach, could be Jeskai. So this is always an interesting thing. Like, I don't have enough experience with Grixis to know, like, I believe I'm supposed to fetch Shock Thoughtseize, but I don't have a threat in hand. So if I don't have a threat in hand, am I supposed to fetch Shock Inquisition? Because I definitely don't want to draw another land. Polluted Delta can get basics, both basics, so we'll leave that. think we just get a watery grave here. Bant Charm. Alright.
What are we playing?
There was a Bant list. It was Bant, just Bant good stuff, I think. God, I remember I saw a list somewhere. It might have been in Hoogland's Discord. But it's gonna play Knight of the Reliquary, Spell Queller. It's just Bant mid-range creatures. I think it has Wild Nacatl in it. So we know this hand. It's 2 lands. We have no reason to Thoughtseize. So now the question is, are we supposed to fetch then Thought Scour? And we shock so we can Fatal Push the Hierarch? Well, no, I'm saying I'm gonna Thought Scour, so I need both of my mana to Fatal Push. So I need a shock. So I should get Steam Vents? Or should I get another Watery Grave? If I get Steam Vents, I can use the Steam Vents to Thought Scour. But then the problem is, well, okay, I can't do 2 things anyway, so I'll get Steam Vents. Okay. I guess that's fair. We only have 3 cards in our deck that are red. For another Thought Scour. Alright, well, we still haven't hit a threat. Armagoyf is a 4/5. Can definitely dismember that. Alright, opponent's hand is Arid Mesa. I think we lead on. I think we fetch Thought Scour. We can just get a basic with this one. We can get basic Swamp.
Do we want to just play the Blood Stress to have effect to draw another?
Yeah, that's fair. Shocking is the same with Dismember, so I guess we don't shock. So let's just lead on Thought Scour. That was kind of a mistake. We don't have any Planeswalkers, so we couldn't hit something to grow this, but if we did, that would have been really bad. So now I think we... Really? Well, we're gonna take damage off her Dismember. So if I shock and Dismember, it's the same, but if I want to play this opt, I take 6. I don't know, like... I don't know. It seems like really aggressive. I mean, he only has 1 card in hand, so I guess... Oh, sure. Well, yeah. I was thinking if we hit a Grimog Angler, we can just play it. Probably just want to do it now, so I can't get quelled. So we still have 4 snaps and a bunch of threats in our deck. Yeah.
The only time you might actually have a bird.
Hmm. What you got, opponent? Bant Charm. Destroy target artifact, put target creature on the bottom of summoner's library, counter target instant spell. But we know he has an Arid Mesa. That was a good draw. Yeah. I mean, we had this fetch anyway, but it's only one actually, because we don't have any fetchables left. I meant shocks, sorry. Like, we can't take 3 off the fetch. Yeah. Spell Queller. I think we let this resolve. We actually take 3, and then we can snap, push, noble if that's all he has to block.
The only downside of this is that he has
We're dead to second Queller anyway? Oh, sure. Playing something. Knight of the Reliquary. Okay, so we're going to snap, push the knight. He's forced to block with the noble, and then Spell Queller only takes us to 1.
If we didn't have the fetch, we can, or no, we can't push the knight.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, we didn't need Revolt. It's the same. It's the same math anyway. He has to block the Death Shadow.
Dead to the third hierarch.
We are dead to the third hierarch. Yeah. Or Quasali Pride Mage. That doesn't do it. If we killed the Queller end of turn when they cast it, yeah, I mean, it's a little conservative, I guess, but it wouldn't have been terrible. So how do we go on a board? Is this a Lingering Souls match?
I'm still not sure what the opponent's doing. Playing Termaglyphs.
It's just Bant, good stuff. Imagine your Bant company deck post board. Yeah, probably for the trample. Why is Static after you? Just because he kills Noble? Probably doesn't have any birds. I don't think so. I think the red is a very light splash for that land because of Wolfen. I don't think we want Static Captain just to kill nobles. I think like if that's our plan, like we could bring in Liliana the Last Hope, which is just like a threat they have to chip. E on what, like 2? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's true. So are we gonna win with Temur Battle Rages, or are we gonna win with Lingering Souls? I think it's okay. Like a lot of his 3 things are gonna be more than 2 toughness. And like our creatures are just gonna be bigger than his. So like short of path, we're probably not getting these back. Like his removal's probably path X though. I don't know. I think I wanna try this. In Rakdos, I mean? Yeah. I don't think so. I guess he does have Tarmogoyfs. Sure. Every modern deck feels like it needs 4 more good sideboard
Well,
slots.
I mostly was meaning
The Lingering Souls Godless Shrine. I understand, yeah. Well, this is a mulligan. 5 land, 2 thoughts. Fold. Maybe we didn't want stubborn denial. I think this is a mulligan too. It just doesn't do anything. Alright, we'll keep this. I am in the market for it. Alright, what you got, opponent? Probably, I was gonna say some voiceover resurgences. Well, that's a good thought. It's a good hand against our hand. The voices are like 2-for-1s. Isn't Goif just gonna like be huge? Yeah, alright. The voices are 2-for-1s essentially. He just played Goif. Interesting. Don't need another land. Huh. I don't think we can take 5. Or take, let's see, we take 4, and then we can't do this for like 2 turns, then we end up taking 8. It's like, I feel like we can't just try to get them with this.
I don't know. I think it's the only way we're gonna win. Is if we get a 2 or 3 for 1 out of that. Like, we're already down 2 cards from mulligan.
Yeah, but we're gonna take so much damage. So I should just play this tapped? Or play the deaded? Okay, sure. And then if we have to stub, we can. Alright. We did? Why do you say that?
He hasn't showed us anything we can stubborn deny.
Oh, sure. I mean, there's gotta be Coco in this thing, right?
I guess we thought they had charm.
So you don't think we fatal push one of this one, and then next turn he plays voice and Goif, and like we take a hit from Goif? Like we're still gonna get a 2-for-1 out of this, but this way we don't take a crap ton of damage.
Well, we want to take a crap ton of damage.
Right, but we're going to 12, and then we're gonna go to 4. I don't think we can take a hit from this.
I'm taking 2 is a good shot. Fatal push 1 next turn.
If we get a swamp, we can go to 11. We don't have any red in our deck. Or we have 1 Rakdos Shrine. I don't know how I feel. This is a tough turn. I feel like if I don't push I'm gonna be really pressured. I'm gonna push. So it's kind of interesting because I don't really want to play out the EE because he won't play out his voice. Yeah.
And then he probably couldn't even play the voice.
But we still take 8. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold up Stubborn Denial in case he has Coco. Dismember's also the same now. I guess 4 damage either way.
Dismember for 2.
Well, if we... Okay, so we take this hit, and then next turn we play explosives, and if he has Queller, we have an answer to Queller. I just think it was too risky to try to like lean on this card so much and take, you know, essentially 12 damage.
I'm only 5. I'm not even sure he should act here.
We have Death Shadow in our hand, we don't play this tap. So if you guys haven't seen the movie Coco yet, you should check it out. Michelle made these cool Spirit Beast tokens. A delight. Ooh. Alright, we're like 1 card short of like cracking this next turn and be able to play Angler. We take 6 to 5. Assuming he attacks with both. Yeah.
You want an Inquisition or hold up to some?
Would think that we wanna. I mean, Dismember takes us to 1. So I don't think. I think we lead on Inquisition. Well, that's a good sign. Is there any reason to do this now? Or just wait till upkeep? So we don't want him to attack with his 1/1.
I think you would like make sure you know these guys.
Is there any type of raid guy I should play around? He doesn't have a creature land, so we can just blow this in the beginning of combat, right? Oof. Oof. That's big. Oh, it's gonna shrink way down though because of this angler. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in line, so we can just get rid of all of these. Seems like the right play. Creature land, so this thing's gonna be tiny. I think we should. There's an argument to leave Fatal Push for Snapcaster Mage.
Oh, we still have a Dismember in our hand.
Right.
So we'll be able to.
Sadly, we can't get Island with this.
The can this game has been goif, 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 voice.
Yeah. So I have this theory that there is a bug on Moto where you draw 3 of a card a lot, and this just goes to show. So is 2 damage. What?
You know it can, right?
Pretty sure it's just a Windswept Heath. Should be. I really don't get that attack. Something seemed very odd about that. That was a good one. I could dismember for 2, but then if he has Spell Queller, I think I just attack.
Oh, he does have to block.
Yeah. Alright, 1-0. I don't understand that attack, but That's just me. And probably all of my viewers as well.
I assume he just forgot that it got small.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he was like, oh, I thought it was a 5.6 still. I guess. Maybe his moto was bugged and it still showed as a 5.6. Ooh, this is interesting. Does this one feel different to you than this piece? Alright, so Fatal Push, Snapcaster, Grimog Angler. 3 fetch lands. We are on the draw. Are we supposed to mulligan for discard though? I feel like maybe we're supposed to mulligan for discard. How aggressive are we supposed to mulligan to discard? Any opinions? While I'm waiting for you guys to reply, I'll show you the tokens that Michelle's made recently. So the first one, this has a nick in it. The first one is a token that Michelle designed for Chris Balls over at OCM. It's just a general Tasker token. He's wearing an OCM t-shirt, and he's eating a taco. Little homage to there's a little bit of a glare. A little homage to his Team Taco stuff. Try this light on ages ago. What did I hit? Hit something. Got rid of the chat on accident. This hand is terrible. Alright, that's good to know. This hand doesn't seem particularly good either. But I have an Oct and a Scry. And I'm on the draw. So I'm going to keep it. I would keep a playable 7 always. Ugh. The hand was definitely keepable, was too late to log into Twitch. That's really interesting, because we have people who are like, this hand's god-awful, and others that are saying that it's definitely keepable. So the next token we have, looks like we're going to play the mirror here. Michelle made this sweet owl. It's a 3/4 bird. Alright, so Watery Grave. Drawing double Battle Rage is yeah, that's kind of where I was at. I mean, we had a Grimog Angler though, so like if we drew like a Thought Scour, maybe we could get out a good angler. But I don't know. It did seem like if we're just playing against Tron, we probably just would have lost. You gonna stub my Opt? He's gonna stub my Opt. Anguished Unmaking. Interesting. So this is just like, huh? No, it's gotta be Grixis. It's gotta be Death Shadow still, right? With Anguished Unmaking, which is kind of interesting actually. I mean, you want to lose life. It's kind of like Dismember in a sense. You gotta play white cards, but we already are. So I think I just take Snap. Hollowed Fountains. Quite interesting. Definitely Death Shadow. Thought Scour gone. Swamp gone. So, I mean, the good news is our opponent doesn't have any threats. Yeah, the bad news is we don't either. Esper Death Shadow a la David Ochoa, most likely. Yeah. Take a Battle Rage, come on. Yeah. Yeah. I want to draw a land, kind of, but I don't at the same time. Like, am I supposed to fetch and shock here? I feel like we just take a natural draw. So I think the problem with this Thought Season, like trying to hold it, is that I think that might be true for Standard Xion, but I think with Modern, your hands are, you know, like mulling to discard, for example, is probably better. Because there's some decks you want to interact with sooner than others. So this Thoughtseize is never going to hit a Delver because he's just going to draw and play it. So the question is, do we just take this Anguishment Making and hope to draw our own Delver? Our opponent's kind of flooded. We're kind of mana screwed. Typically screw beats flood, but we have these two Temur Battle Rages that are basically worthless.
We're both
Yeah.
like the next 3 Death Shadows all die. It's really whoever draws the Delver first. Oh, 5 land, he attacked.
I think he drew a Delver. Or he drew like a Serum Visions or something. Or I guess Opt, maybe. He's fetching twice. Yep, looks like it was just an Opt. And he put it on top. But he didn't play a creature, so it's probably just another removal spell. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Then we can leave open a Fatal Push. We can also leave something in the yard if we want. If we tap out. Yeah, great. So just leave. Probably Dismember, yeah. I'm gonna get Steam Bends. Maybe I get Blood Crypt. One, two, three, 4. It lived! It's probably a Snapcaster Mage, and he's gonna Anguish in making it. Oh, it's a Death Shadow. Oh, it's 2 Death Shadows. So glad we got that Blood Crypt. Alright, opponent has to answer this card right now. Sweet. Well, that paid off. I think mulliganing was definitely the right choice. I definitely don't think we want any of the red cards. And we definitely want all of the white cards. No. It's okay. But like, again, he showed us anguish in making. Like, how much are we really getting back? So, yeah, we probably want lilies. He probably has his own lingering souls, honestly. What do we cut? What do you usually cut in the mirror, Billy? Or like pseudo mirror? Or what would you cut here? You typically don't cut thought seizes, right? But I think you're supposed to cut inquisitions. And should you just cut your stubborn denial and try to go like 1-for-1 with them? But stubborn denial like can hit planeswalkers. Or maybe I cut a street wraith. Am I supposed to bring in stubborn denial? Rakdos Charm is probably a card I want, right? Make them exile their yard. It's kind of it's a spell bomb effect. Would I bring in spell bomb against them? I guess the advantage of the spell bomb is you get to draw the card. You'd cut stubs. Okay.
I cut down. I cut them all. You didn't have English on making.
Yeah, but like the whole point, it's kind of like an Abzan mirror. Like you want to just board in and go try to go like 1-for-1 or bring in hard answers. Like anything that 1-for-1s is not particularly good. So I can understand why cutting denial is good, because like we're both just gonna have a million removal with so few threats. Oh, and I'm supposed to cut a land. Is it Steam Vents or Blood Crypt? I think it's Steam Vents. We did. I brought in the Gauntlet Shrine.
Oh, okay.
So don't play Charm. Well, I think leaving in one stub is fine. I guess I could just play the K commands. He's not interacting with our yard. And then cut Inquisitions. Hand seems fine. I mean, we have to get some things in the yard, but
That'll happen.
I mean, it's gonna happen. All right. Both of these can get Godless Shrine. Polluted Delta can get both of our basics. So I guess I just pass. So opponent's opting. He did stub our opt last game. Maybe we were supposed to opt, but it did cost him because he didn't have stub for. So I should opt, right? Or is he just gonna take this Snapcaster man? Sure. Take Lingering Souls. It's the best card.
Kept double Gurmod Angler, Lingering Souls, land, and then getting position.
Well, he took opt.
That's not right.
I agree. It does feel a little weak. Okay. I chose to give him the info because the Polluted Delta can get basics if we need to. I don't know. I feel like giving them info on a draw is like something people do too much or like worry about too much. Like that one land didn't affect like the rest of our hand greatly. You know what I mean?
But I mean, you can make people play around different things.
You can, but it's still so early in the game and we both have a million cards. Alright. I think we can take one more draw. But should I fetch shock all of these? It kind of seems loose. I feel like I should fetch tap one of them. That's 7 total damage. I'd go to 13. Otherwise it's 9 total damage and we go to 11. I guess he's Esper and he probably doesn't have a whole lot of reach. So we should just take a draw. Is that fair?
I mean, we don't really want to draw any more lands.
Well, we kind of do though, right? Because Angler.
Angler's gonna be cheap eventually. I think if you
Even though we have Snap and Lingering Soul, like these cards aren't staying in the graveyard. What do you think we do?
I think we should at least do one of that. This is why I hate playing Death Shadow, because it's like you're basically Grixis control unless you draw one of 4 cards, and then you like everything in your deck wants to conserve your life total, like unless you draw Death Shadow, and then you want to spend all your life.
I just think it makes the deck difficult to play. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means you need to be very, very familiar with your deck. Guess we play the Lingering Souls. I need the white. Sure, man. We like to stub our things that don't really matter. He stubbed twice.
No, he took our.
Or he took our. That's right. So surely he has a Snapcaster in his hand, right? So let's see. If we flashback the souls and he stubs it, then we can play Garmag Angler, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We tap out to do it. But that seems fun. And we can still play Angler. Do we want to play around like Damnation though? If what? Well, he gets our spirits too. I guess that's true. It just means we're not casting it for a while. I mean, this is good against Lily. If he has a Liliana the Veil in his hand. I assume he has an Anguished Unmaking in his hand. Dude, this OCM Tasker token I love so much just because the way he's looking at the taco. That's how I look at tacos. So I don't think I should shock. We have a Scalding Tarn already. I have this feeling we're getting damnation. But you're right, it is a 1-for-1. K-Command's a good draw now in the sense that like we'll have 5 mana for Snapcaster K-Commands. So I'm assuming this is like another opt based on the play patterns of him last round. Yeah. Or last match or whatever, last game.
It's damnation much less likely.
Yeah. Top or bottom? Top or bottom? Bottom the card. That's good. So either out of fetchables. I guess if we had to, we could like dismember, snap dismember, collective brutality. All right, so he's gonna take our dismember, which we still have a snap for. EE for 0. Okay. What's that? Oh, you can't make it 7. I gotcha. I feel like I should hold the land, right? So if he plays Liliana, I have something to discard, or if he plays K-Command, or no, he doesn't have K-Command. I think we just opt right now. Okay. Guess we can hit. We probably want this card, right? Yeah. Well, we got our 2-for-1 with the Lingering Souls.
The lands we can snap off.
Can't we snap opt without cracking it? Like, why do we have to play the land? Oh, so because we don't have double blue. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we
probably don't want that.
I was gonna say, like, having Dismember and Fatal Push in our hand and graveyard, I feel like probably don't want to be doing that. I think I just passed. I feel like he's got a Liliana the Veil. Death Shadow, sure. It's a 6/6. Alright, so just push it. You can snap stub, but he's just gonna let it resolve. Sure. With another good draw. think we're just passing again. I'll snap opt on his end step. That represents a lethal attack next turn. So I have to say Lingering Souls did well, right? It was a 2-for-1. I mean, it didn't do any damage, but...
I don't think he should have governed it.
Yeah.
That's what seems to say not very good.
Yeah.
We still have the Snapcaster Mage that's going to be in that.
Sure. He has one card left. Do we want to take his last card? Yeah, Billy, I agree. I'm doing his upkeep.
The sad thing is we don't have...
Well, we're just gonna... Okay, we're gonna 2 him and make him discard. And then we're gonna snap 2 him and make him discard. And if he like pushes this, we'll just wait till the draw stuff. I don't want him to counter it though. And if he plays the card that he draws, then it's still lethal. So like, if we get this last card and he plays Lily or a creature or really anything that plays to the board, which he has to do because of snap, so this card's just lethal. So he has to counter it, and if he counters it, he's not killing this. This is definitely right, but... So now I have to draw a counter for the K command and something to stop this snap distribution. And I don't think there's a possible card that does that. Unless there's something that exiles graveyards and kills all creatures. Sure. We 2-0. All right.
What's the thing that we don't see?
I agree. One would assume that they're in his deck, though, right?
Only white card is all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right. I mean, that's kind of a given, right? Let's see if I can't find his list. Yeah, sideboard has 2 Lingering Souls. Main board has 2 Anguish I'm making. Other than that, it's basically the same. He went 11-4 with it, including 2 buys. So, I don't know. I think Temur Battle Rage is a messed up Magic card, and that's why you want red. The problem I have is with Temur Battle Rage is that post board I always hate it because they're bringing in like all their answers to your creatures. So you usually want to cut your Temur Battle Rages, or if you're leaving them in your deck, like I'm never really satisfied with them. So I feel this is the reason I wanted to test Lingering Souls, is because I feel like the 4-color and the 5-color Death Shadow decks board into the Lingering Souls plan, and it's like, why can't Grixis follow that same plan? And it's a very good plan in certain matchups. But the problem I had with the 4-color and 5-color Death Shadow is that like Stubborn Denial is much more awkward in the main board in those decks because you just have so much less blue. This guy was last seen playing Titan Shift 25 days. It's a bot. I think we keep this. We're on the draw. We have Thought Scours and Ops to hit land drops. We have a Death Shadow and Thought Scours to fill our graveyard if we draw a threat. I kind of wish this Death Shadow was like a Grimog Angler or like a Tasigur, but I'm going to keep it. Although we could mulligan to discard. There's always that possibility. This hand could be anything though. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it because we're on the draw. I would mulligan it on the play. And we're getting rewarded because our opponent is mulliganing to 5. They'll be empty-handed.
Whenever you mold a 5, your opponent immediately.
Alright, he's playing Tron. So the question is it... I think it's Opt, right?
See the natural Tron is after.
Probably. So I think I want to Opt. Because I want to try to find like discard or Stubborn Denials, something along those lines. Alright, I'm gonna Fetch Shock because I want to potentially cast 2 spells. If he Worm Coils us, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can play double Death Shadow next turn, so if he has Tron and nothing to do with it, or if he doesn't have Tron, there's a possibility. I mean, that's good for us. We might even be able to beat Karn. I don't think we can beat Ugin, though.
We should be good now that we kind of take a turn on.
Hopefully. I mean, we definitely still lose. Well, it's good that he didn't Stirrings there. Sanctum of Ugin. Walking Ballista for 1. Okay. So we can Thought Seize, Fetch Shock. That's Shadow Death Shock.
Unless the thought save is revealed.
Ooh. We can't Fetch Shock and do all of that. We can only Shock. Out of fetchable black swords. I think that's fine. Can't beat either of these. So Tron. He can't play Ugin, but he can play All of Us. He can't play All of Us either, right?
Exactly.
Is Karn 6 or 7 man? 7? Okay, so he can All of Us. So I think we're supposed to take All His Dust. And actually, these battle rages are going to kill him next turn. Or- Ah. That's a good sign. So we fetch shock down to 6. These go to 7/7s. We attack for 14. Ooh, that was such a good draw. I think we have lethal now. I don't think we did. Huh? No, because these become 7/7s. Oh, right. Well, he blocks. Oh, it's exactly 20. Yeah. You could have Dismember, but we can Street Wraith in response. Teamer Battle Rage is a messed up magic card. Whew! Close one. Alright, so what was our plan? Dismember out. I think we were leaving NK commands, right? Oh, right. Inquisition. Walking Ballista.
So we might want to put this
I think he's gonna cut him. I think he's gonna cut him. Oh, Rakdos Charm. I mean, that could be Walking Ballista. Interesting. Interesting.
we were pretty lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we... Yeah. We also kind of bricked. I mean, he did too, but we bricked on hitting us like a Thoughtseize earlier. Not that it really would have mattered. This seems like a keep. Doesn't have a threat, but it's very interactive. Relic's a good one. It's not a map though, so that's actually kind of good for us. He probably has natural trauma. He does have natural trauma. Power plant, mine, tower.
Now,
And he has
has land.
And he has a ghost quarter though. Yeah, but anything he draws off the top is live. Which is awkward. Maybe we're supposed to cut like the Tassigers or the Anglers. If I were him, if I didn't have a threat, I'd be popping my relic, I think. I say that because like he just has natural Tron. Like finding something big to do seems very worthwhile. We're just playing the Snapcaster Mage, right? Are we ever gonna get anything with it with the relic in play? And making him what, discard? Alright, fair. I think I want to fetch because I don't want to draw any more land.
You think we're doing 20 with the Snapcaster?
We're probably not. I also want to shock aggressively because I want my Death Shadows to be played. Since we're not playing a Delver anytime soon. Now do we wait? And just like do it on the end step? If he doesn't do anything? So I should just play this.
No.
Why? Why shock if I don't need to? Like what if he plays an Ugin and we set everyone into rejection?
I was thinking more along the lines of save the card.
Oh, sure. That was fair. Yeah, there's definitely an argument for that, I guess. Destroy target artifact. Discard. What do we discard? Second. Seems reasonable. Tarn can't get a fetch. So I feel like it's Watery Grave tap, because our Death Shadows are already 4/4s. Is there any world where we want to Ceremonious Rejection, snap Ceremonious Rejection? And we should play Scalding Tarn?
If we play Sculling Tarn, we're probably going to have to shock next turn is the problem. The Water Grave, so we have to have.
That's a fair argument. Just looking for a Death Shadow. Opponent drew 3 mines. 3 mines! I mean, there's no world in which we're like snap Culliganing, right? It's always going to be rejection. Like if you played an O-Stone or something, sure, but yeah. That's so good. We can make him discard a card, I guess is like better. He gets to draw a card either way. So this is a redraw, which means we should probably rejection it.
I think, yeah, I'm okay with just reject.
Well, that's a good sign. Probably want to opt now, right? We want to fetch. We'll still have a swamp to get with the Ghost Quarter. Feel like we want to fetch? I'll take it.
Yeah, maybe we should have just tried to do 20%. But we did need to counter in a second.
Yeah. His hand must be some number of dismembers, right? Given his play last turn. He could also have Ancient Stirrings and no green. So that's probably what it is. Yeah. Okay, okay. So I think we're just looking to Disdainful Stroke, snap Disdainful Stroke, and do 20 with this Snapcaster Mage. Someone once said, there's nothing worse than having Snapcaster and Teemo Battle Rage in your hand when you play Grixis. I think I'm paying 2, right? He has 4 cards now. But we should probably use it. Could get back our Street Wraith. He's destroying his own mine to go get a forest. So he got tired of sitting on Ancient Stirring. Oh, Sylvan Scrying. So this is gonna go get. This is gonna go get Sanctum of Ugin. And he's gonna play something big, and he's gonna have. The 10 drop Ulamog. Or not. That seemed really odd. So what? K command, get back Street Wraith? I mean, stroke can kill. Can stroke. Yeah, we can stroke that. We could just 2 him and make him discard. But I feel like we should do something with it. 2 and make him discard.
Or we could snap the K game in our graveyard, and then we double our clock.
That's interesting.
Kills one, we can get it back.
Okay. Discarded a power point. Well, that can't get anything, so I'm gonna hold it. Got a 3-turn clock. I could use one now. Probably don't. Here comes Dismember. What?
Just falling into our trap.
So you paid 4. So this is just like lethal now, right? Like, unless we have to counter something? Because we just snap. We K command, get back snap to him. Attack for 2. And then we can snap K command him for the last 2 damage.
Probably sure.
Yeah, and he can't Karn follow up. So
Or we could stop.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think we still 2 turns snap that.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we make him discard? Or do we...
I think we 2
2
him
him
because
lethal.
it's lethal. Yeah. Well, it's actually lethal because we just snap K command him. Like, as long as the Snapcaster hits him. Okay, that was literally perfect. Alright. Well, we haven't dropped a game. That's pretty good. The battle rages were really awkward that game, though. K command was pretty good. But he just didn't do anything. Like, our counters were better.
Yeah. I don't have any more counters for you. We brought in all the counters.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, K command definitely.
Been in the gate and decide where we'd run it in.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, K command. We were definitely a Grixis control deck right there with a mulligan because we had 2 battle rages in our hand. So I think we probably should have. Should we have cut those? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a race. Is the thing. Like, the game 1 was definitely a race. Like, we thought Season took a threat, and if he would have been able to play the other one. Alright, we are on the play. We have a 1-lander with 2 Thought Scours, and a Grim Angler, and a discard spell. So I think this is a keep.
Yeah, I think it is.
You know what I love about Watery Grave? The fact that it, oh, we're playing Jund. Oh god. We have a Fatal Push for the Goyf. I think Lily's like his best card against us.
We take the Lily, he wins the victory. But our probably bigger our death deck.
If we take Inquisition, how are we gonna beat the Lily on? Hey Bob. I don't know, that's an interesting choice, I feel like. I mean, I think we made the right call, but we took a Thought Scour.
Our opponents have chosen very strange things with their discourses.
I agree. Now we just get to play Angler, right? I mean, he couldn't take Angler.
Yeah. We're gonna play
Is it just Watery Grave? My hand's all black.
We know our blood grip, so
We did. I still think it's just Watery Grave. We have a Steam Vent still. I think the likelihood we're gonna want to play blue spells is much higher than. Should we leave IOK or Thought Scour? Certainly not Snapcaster Mage. We only have 1k command in our deck. We're way off from 5 mana. I think given that we're delving so much, like Thought Scour has a lot more potential.
yeah, we're gonna have an indicate here. We probably just cycled the street right now to left off.
Hmm. Good call, good call.
Unless we're gonna swamp walk him.
Could. It could come up. Well, I feel like we're doing all the things.
What, are we holding that for Ravenmaster?
Because Goyf's just smaller. And like giving him a bunch of 1/1s. Like, they have to attack.
Let's attack him. Throwing it out there. Wanted to think of this long. Is there any other like 3 or 4 dots that we're bringing in?
I guess Bob. How big is our Death Shadow going to be? We're going to go to 11 and then to 9. So it's only going to be a 4/4 and it can't block the wave.
Okay.
We should maybe just let him try to block maybe first.
Well, we should probably cycle the street rate first.
We should probably fetch then, right? We don't want to draw lane.
Yeah, we can do literally all the things.
No.
No, we don't have black. Yeah, we can do all the things.
Oh, right.
All the things. Remember to put a stop somewhere wherever you need to.
I already have it, yeah. Do we care about it though? Like if he taps out for Rabble Master here.
I mean, we're killing it anyway, so might as well not.
It has to attack, we just hit the block. Blood Moon. Alright, didn't see that one coming. So, do we... I mean, we can dismember off Blood Moon, so it's like...
Do we care?
Well, okay, hold on. This is 9. If we take 4, if we
We can't dismember our own thing.
Never mind. Can't we dismember Death Shadow? Oh, but it still gets smaller. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. No, we're idiots. We had lethal. We end the turn, we dismember our Death Shadow. And then we untap and kill him. We had lethal. We missed it. I knew my instinct was right. That's what I wasn't thinking. Should have thought about it more. I was thinking I had to do the angler. Grim Lava Panzer. So he has to have Abrupt Decay, but then he can only kill one thing. Oh yeah.
No 3-color Blood Moon deck.
Alright. Begin sideway. Alright, so this is definitely Lingering Souls matchup.
Bring the 4th color in against Blood Moon.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Just throwing that
We're
out.
cutting the Battle Rages. We're going to cut the K command. I know it's going to be good here, but we are cutting the color.
Yes, cut red against Blood Moon. That'll show him.
Alright, fine. We can leave it in. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And then, so for the land, I guess it's Blood Crypt because he's giving us red sources. And then K command in, Lily's in, Inquisition's out, Street Wraiths out, 2 Street Wraiths out, Stubborn Denial out, probably.
Sub does counter as Lily.
Stub. Alright. I'm only leaving in 2 though. It's got 1 card. I'm just gonna cut a Street Wraith. Could cut all the Street Wraiths. This card hasn't impressed me. I think I would have rather it had been Nile Spellbomb. I don't think so. I think we have enough ways to kill Goyf. Is this Street Wraith better than a Stubborn Denial? Probably not. He showed us Blood Moon. That's the only reason I'm making this change, or making that cut. I don't want to overload on Stubborn Denials, but on the draw, I think having access to something to stop a Lily or a Blood Moon on turn 3 is probably good. Seems okay. I think this is a keep. Less good. I think we're just gonna Thought Scour ourselves, and then he'll have to blow his spell bomb And then these souls will be better post spellbound. You need to hit some lands though. You know, pop the spell bomb without drawing a card. Alright, come on, land. Land! Darn. Well, we have to go to discard. I guess we could just play Yi on one. That seems loose. I'd rather just leave Stubborn up. We're pretty much a ways off on these Death Shadows, so I feel like discarding Death Shadow is probably the right play, although the Grimlock Angler's real tough. Discard a Souls. Yeah. On the draw with 3 looks at a land, I feel like it would keep. And we had really good. Sadly, the Bloodstained Mire and Polluted Delta were our next draws. One of the two was, or I guess it was Bloodstained Mire. Oh, I got a free card with no life. Don't Blood Moon us, bro. I mean, Blood Moon us, bro. Oh, okay. Good. So a fetch allows us to Grimlock Angler. Assume this is getting popped. Oh wait. Oh, that's a tilt. Oh, I hit F6 on accident instead of F8. And so it skipped to our end step. If I thought Scour into a land, I'm gonna be real sad. There's already an artifact in the yard, but EE on 2 and then pop it the turn after seems real good right now. I think I'm gonna discard Angler. Maybe just Soul. I'm gonna discard Soul. God, I wish we had mana. Got impatient, and I hit the wrong button. Now it's Blood Moon. Can't beat that card there.
I don't think so.
We Thought Scour into a basic swamp. Sure.
Oh, it wasn't like
Yeah, that's a tilt. That's a tilt. Maybe we should have mulliganed. Hard to say. Any changes? I don't think so.
Why did we come up with this one?
Again, it's this old, you know, beating each other's. Pull out your dick. Is your dick bigger than his? Like, Inquisition is a terrible top deck in the game. And these games should be grindy, we just didn't draw a land. Inquisition doesn't change that though.
It doesn't, but it's on the graveyard.
Right, but it's still a terrible top deck. Like that's being weak to graveyard is typical. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe that's why Lingering Souls can't be played. It's because it just makes you worse to the graveyard.
We might have found the reason.
I guess we keep. We protect against turn 1 discard. We can answer threats. And then we have this Lily on 3, assuming we draw land. That's alright. I was kind of hoping to draw either a land or a discard spell, but mostly a land. I'm still worried about Blood Moon. I think definitely just gonna Fatal Push this, right? I think I want to get basic swamp with this.
Not fetching now.
Right, I'm not gonna fetch.
So if we don't draw a land next turn, what are we doing?
Dismembering. You'd rather lean on Inquisition for Blood Moon? Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, I feel like Stubborn Isle was better in this situation. We don't want to give him a card. Sure, sure. Like, I want to get Swamp with this. I feel like I fetch, get Swamp, opt, and then Fatal Push. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, we got there a little late.
Well, it can also fetch Island, which is good. So now this EE can actually answer Blood Moon if we wanted to. Wow. All right. Do I still get Island with this? I feel like I have to, right? Yeah, I don't know. If we get Steam Vents, we can EE for 3. And that protects us against Blood Moon as well. But then if he has Abrupt Decay, he just like blows it up. I feel like Dismember is our worst card. I'm not gonna fetch. We draw another fetch land. Fetch. I feel like we're. What are we discarding? Okay. Yeah, that's tough. Spellbound. Yeah. We're still gonna snap. I could fetch Shock down to 13, but then I still can't play Death Shadow. But if I draw a fetch, I'd be able to play it next turn. So the question becomes EE or Death Shadow. I think if we discard Death Shadow, if we don't draw anything, I'm gonna discard Death Shadow. Yeah. I think I'm gonna play Snap, and then he's gonna pop Spellbomb. I'm gonna hit the Lily down to 3, and I'm gonna play Explosives on 3. But then we lose our Lily unless we draw a land.
We could just play our own Lily and have the Lily higher than his Lily.
Am I just fetch shocking for his Steam Vents and like trying to opt? Well, what he'll do is he'll do it in response to the fetch. He should anyway. I guess we'll make him. So with 3 cards left, what do we do here? We draw the card. K-Command isn't particularly good right now. I feel like I'm supposed to get Island. And now I'm gonna Lily tick up, discard the Lingering Souls. Discarded a second Lily. Alright. This is an interesting game. Alright, well he gets our EE. Discarded Terminate. Oh my god, that's so bad for us. That's insane. That's insane. Well, I feel like this split's gonna have to be Liliana, the Last Hope, versus the rest of his board. What can we draw? Draw a million spell bombs. And this too. Stupid discard. Alright, so I only want to attack for 1 damage. Veil, huh? Why Veil? Make the argument for Veil. So we attack Veil. Man, I don't know how we win. I'd really like to know if he was sitting on the Liliana Last Hope or not. Seems like he wouldn't have been because he had a Dark Confidant in his graveyard. But it's hard to say. He could have been playing around like Stubborn Denial or something. This is a tough choice. I don't think it matters a ton. I think this is the right choice. Although, how can we beat this ultimate? I mean, it's kind of, it's a little frustrating. Like, if we would have hit our 3rd land on time, we would have been the first one to play Liliana. And we probably would have been way ahead. But we missed our 3rd land drop, and then he got to slam his Liliana first. By 1 card, yeah. I mean, sometimes that's enough. That's the tempo. Something good. Not particularly good. Sure. What do you think, like, this?
It might actually be the other one.
Oh, Swamp? I don't think I give him Swamp. He can Fatal Push. Like, I think he would snap take it. This is what I'm taking. Alright. We don't lose on the spots. Just gonna play this. Honestly though, like, I've played these matchups enough where an alted Liliana of the Veil is unbeatable. Like, I would have left that 100%. Maybe he misclicked. It is very common for people to misclick on their lilies.
This pile is much easier for us to beat than the other pile. I was thinking actually giving him the 4 lands lily versus the other lily.
I mean, no, I wanted to too, but I feel like we had to do, I don't know. I mean, I agree.
Because, like, his lily ultimate now doesn't, we don't care. We get 2 lands instead of 3.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I mean, if it were
I'm
me,
not sure how we ever. I guess we were lingering souls or whatever we do.
yeah.
7 edicts.
It's only 3 edicts, sir.
4 now.
It is definitely 4 now.
It'll be 7.
It is going to be tough to beat. I mean, thankfully he isn't. Yeah. I probably want to shock this one. Yeah. Both discarded Fatal Push. Alright, well, this is what I'm talking about. This is how these games go. We just sit here and stare at each other for a million years. Come on, Lingering Souls. Oh, I mean, Lingering Souls would be an insane draw. We're gonna draw it like the turn after he draws EE or something. Alright. Now we're just like a K command away. Alright, draw Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf. Let me get value out of this thing. Did not draw Tarmogoyf. We get to hit it.
It'll only be 10. It'll only be 6 edicts. So.
Alright, alright. Should probably do this now.
Lingering Souls value.
Nope.
Oh, we milled our Lily.
Yeah.
Oh, so disgusting.
Alright. Put on top. We'll start the beatdown. Alright, I'm going to play a little fast because there's only 6 minutes left. Neither player has been doing anything, but we are streaming and we've been taking a few extra minutes. This is game 3. I think we'll be okay, but it is something to... Jeez. Sure.
Why did he play?
Opt. Whew. Put on top.
Oh, we can do them all. We can do all the things. He just killed us because the other top. We were so good.
Yeah,
There's
we
a-
were not
There's a
beating.
million zombies on the.
There was no way we were beating.
A million zombies.
Should I ignore the Lily?
3, 5, 9, yes.
Just gonna ignore the Lily and sack some spirits.
No, he an ultimate Lily.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's fine. We get to kill it.
We're bad.
We get to kill it. We're pretty bad. Yeah, we shouldn't have ignored it. That was dumb of us. Why did I even mention it? I'll take all the creatures and all of the threats. Alright, so whichever pile we pick is the one we're sacking. This is a common mistake that people make with Liliana, including myself. I've done it twice in the past. So he's giving us all the threats, which I'm gonna keep. Although then we won't ever have any lands. Can we win with just the spirits and a Snapcaster Mage? Ooh. We want to keep pile 2, so we're going to sack pile 1. I've won a game in under 5 minutes with blue-white control from 20. So I think we'll be okay with 4.5. I just might have to play a little fast. I'm going to attack Bulls at Liliana in case he has a removal spell. I think his mistake was actually like, I don't even think I would have given us a soul. I just would have done Dust Shadow and lands, because we probably would have had to pick that, and then his Fatal Push is live. Okay, that's a good one. Three-turn clock with a Stubborn Isle backup, but we need to take some damage. Tarmogoyf enters the field zone. It's not great. It's a 7/8. Oh boy. Ugh.
Wow. Wait, we had to...
We couldn't stop. We were 1 life short. Ha-ha! What do you mean? We've both just top decked ridiculously.
And we both punted Liliana, or punted into the... Oh, not like, we punted and punted back. This game's been punted so many times.
Oh man, this game is hilarious. Blood Moon entered the zone. Opponent's at 2. We're just gonna block the Goyf. And then he has 2 removal spells, and we know he has Blood Moon, so this is lethal. Alright, 4-0.
We did not deserve that 4-0.
I feel like we do, for the fact that our opponent didn't pick the other Liliana the other Lily. If the opponent just would have picked Liliana Lasso,
that was his plan. Then we planted back, and then we got really lucky to not die.
yeah, I mean, if we just would have attacked as Liliana, we would have been in a very, very good situation. Yeah. I agree. This deck is just so good. Every time I tell myself, don't play it, I deserve to be tased.
What do you always say about Affinity?
Yeah, I do say that about Affinity too. But I feel the same way. Like, that's another very, very good deck.
I mean, shouldn't be playing a bad deck.
But that's the thing, is you can win with anything. If you get the right matchups, you can win with anything. I mean, I've played Death and Taxes and played Tron 4 times in a row, and I felt like a genius. And I've played Affinity and played like K-Command decks like Jund and felt like an idiot. But, you know, the story is you should be proactive. You should be doing your game plan. Or have a very good reason not to. I know this is random, but I'm brewing a blue-black land destroy deck, and it's been decent. Well,
I disagree.
well, the Rush. If you're looking for someone to play it, I do play all tier 2 subscribers. I'll play a deck of your choice once a month. So if you're interested in someone playing it and providing you feedback, that is a consideration. If you think about it, it's cheaper doing the $9.99 sub than like getting Todd Stevens to play your deck, which costs I think like $40. For everyone new here, thank you for hanging out. If you could hit my follow button, that'd be great. It doesn't cost you anything, helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get partnered this year. That's kind of my 2018 goal. And any numbers help. Alright, so we're playing a guy who's 1-0. Lost the die roll. I feel like we're supposed to mulligan. Like 4 lands is a little heavy for the deck. And we probably want to hit, and it's only like there's no fetches in this either, so we're just gonna draw fetches and we can't even get fetches.
Of course, mulligan into another.
Well, we have a Street Wraith, we have a Scry, and an extra draw. Man, I'm gonna mulligan. That one's close to me. Alright, this is keepable. So far offs have been good. I haven't really like wanted them to be Serum Visions. Alright, so we're playing Titan Shift. This is a very tough matchup. Post-board it gets a little better. I'm glad we had that Disdainful Shrug. Alright. So probably just looking for fetches now, right? Fetches and Thoughtseizes. So one... Yeah, Stubborn Knight would be good too. One common mistake I see people make against Titan Shift is using your Thoughtseizes early. Scape Shift is a deck you typically want to wait until turn 5 before you use a... Thoughtseize. I mean, if we're countering this, we're idiots. I mean, it's a very good card. It lets them combo off early, but... I mean, I have liked Opt in the sense that, like, turn 1, we have the option of stubbing something early and opting. That has been nice. And it also means our opponents have to play around that. So let's draw Thoughtseize. Or another fetch land. Or really any spell that's not Fatal Push. I asked for it and I got destroyed by it. So K-Command can also be an okay card. They kind of empty their hand rather quickly because they're playing like all these ramp spells. So they play like their land drop, then they play a ramp spell, right? So that's 2 cards a turn they're spending. So if we can draw a land, there's a possibility that this K-Command can get something decent. I feel like I'm supposed to just snap. I think I get Blood Crypt and just play this next guy. Come on, buddy. This is a tough matchup. Game 1, or especially, is gonna be hard. These fatal pushes are just completely dead. Alright, so fetch land allows us to go to 11 and play both Death Shadows. You have to be a little wary of Anger of the Gods, rather. I don't know that we can beat it, and I don't know if we should play around it. So if he goes like land, Anger, he has 2 cards left, and then we have a K command. So if he goes like land, are we just... We're not dead to Scape Shift next turn, right? It's 5 other mountains, so we have to do it with 6 land. Oh, they're all... He can do it with 5 land. So if he has Scape Shift, we're dead. We can't answer it. Yeah. Wish I had a Thoughtseize. So Street Wraith into Teamer Battle Rage is probably like our best draw. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Is there any value in like 2ing ourselves with K command? Go to 9. Go to 9, and then we swing for 10, so it's a 2-turn clock, so if he doesn't have anything like relevant. You have a bolt? You could have a bolt. Bolt me. Right in the face. Send me a message. We're going to be doing the giveaway as soon as this round is over. Then I'm going to talk tokens a little bit. So tomorrow, I feel like I'm going to play some more Death Shadow. I feel like I want to really get reps in with this deck. Maybe our opponent will time out.
When does Rivals come out?
Rivals comes out. I was just talking to Billy with it about. I was just talking to Billy about this. It comes out January 12th. What's my next IRL event? I don't think I have one, honestly. Oh, our opponent lost connection to the game. Oh, okay, he just joined. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't think I have one. Honestly, my focus has been the holidays and then the honeymoon, the Cancun trip that my wife and I are going on. So I haven't really looked at any events or anything like that. I know I'm qualified for the RPTQ. I won't be here for that. That's the week that the first weekend we're gone. It's like the 13th. So he's floating. Oh, he just has the Anger. Sweltering Suns.
Better.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Oh no, Valakut. We're gonna start taking 3. Dismember is not where we want to be. A lot of dead cards to draw game 1, like I mentioned. It's gonna be tough. I'd like to play in February the team constructed event in Des Moines. It's a pretty far drive for me. He doesn't have a land.
So we're making him discard things up.
Sure.
Are we bringing back? Is it, no, wait, it's not Snapcaster, is it? It's, we don't have enough land for
Well,
Death Shadow.
the reason I want Snapcaster is I kind of want to opt next turn. And like Death Shadows are only 2/2s anyway. So it's like a 2/2. And if he hasn't played a spell or played a land, like chances are Death Shadows aren't going to live anyway. Like he probably has Bolt. If he plays a single land, like they can kill a Death Shadow. Like I think just getting the value, I don't know. If he bolts it, God, I don't know. I could 2 myself get back Shadow and it makes it a 4 toughness now. Yeah. He does have 4 cards. The problem is if he has like Bolt or another Sweltering Suns, he can just play a land, 3 our Death Shadow, and then I don't think we're winning anyway. I'll 2 myself and get back to the Death Shadow. Yep, there's an event in Des Moines coming up in February. It's a team constructed event. Standard, Modern, Legacy. Are we winning the long game? I don't think we are. Turn creature. Death Shadow, 2E. And then if we draw Stubborn Denial, we actually can like, oh, that's like really the worst possible. Lightning Bolt me. He's gonna Lightning Bolt me again. Or he can just play a ramp spell. The only thing about that line is that it's a little loose if we draw Temur Battle Rage. Okay, so he had another Sweltering Suns. So Farseek gets a land. So if we draw Temur Battle Rage and he doesn't kill us this turn, like we're gonna win. Oh, right. Well, he got a land anyway. Alright, so Disdainful Stroke, Stubborn Denial. Lingering Souls is pretty slow. Inquisition doesn't hit a lot, but I think it's enough. Fatal Push is out. Dismember out. So we have 4 cards we could bring in. So Liliana the Veil can sometimes get them. Liliana the Last Hope could ultimate, but it's probably going to be a little slow. I think this is kind of like a race, to be honest. Engineered Explosives can hit Prismatic Omen, but that seems really slow. So it's possible that we're just supposed to be on the 4-color Lingering Souls plan. I kind of feel like, I mean, it's 3 cards, and like K-Command isn't fantastic. Rakdos Charm is not really good either. So I think I just want to be aggressive because we're not winning the long game. So I'm just going to board this way. And I think Steam Vents is the worst card.
Got a land. I think K-Command
Okay. That's fair. They do. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I mean, if it goes late, I guess we're bringing in more counters, so the game is going to go late. And they do operate at sorcery speed a lot. Feels like a mulligan. Teamer Battle Rage, not very good right now. K Command's really slow. And a Snapcaster Mage just isn't a big enough threat. I think I'm supposed to mulligan this. Like, I have a Stubborn Denial, but...
You stub the first ramp spell and snap stubs with the second ramp spell. Maybe they just get massacred. If you can't keep 3 lands, 4 spells, I don't think you should play the deck.
Yeah, but like, this deck plays a lot like Delver. Like old school Delver. Like, you need key pieces in your opening hand. Like, you typically in Delver, like, you want to have a Delver on turn 1.
I mean, I feel like the Smear Battle Rage is a mulligan. But if we saw this hand on 6, I don't know why we're mulligan.
I would keep it on 6. I think there's a lot better 6s too, though. I mean, there are.
I think this is an average 6, so I think I would keep it.
I'm gonna mulligan it. I'm gonna keep this one. I am interested in that card. I probably don't want to Thoughtseize on 1, right? Like, I probably, like I said, I want to save this till turn 5. The thing, when I mentioned it, and this is a good talking point, I was thinking about it from an Abzan point of view, where I don't have counter spells. So, there is some argument to just playing Thoughtseize now.
I think you want to hold Thoughtseize for a couple turns, just so if they draw
I agree.
a business spell.
Hold on, I gotta actually play a land here. I'm not gonna fetch because I want the Stubborn Denial on top of my library. This is a relic. Oh, Search for Tomorrow, sure. It's a really good card against Stubborn Denial. I do need a threat, though. I'm gonna... Am I supposed to fetch Shock in this matchup? Yeah, we're not playing Cube. I'm not a Cube guy. I've never played with a lot of those old cards. I don't see the value in, like, in the cards. Like, I don't understand, like, what's really good. And spending the time just isn't... You wouldn't unless we find a Shadow. That's the thing. We could find a Shadow, though, right? That's what I'm saying. I should probably fetch... at least one of them.
Conserve your life somewhat against this deck. They're just gonna land drop you out of the game.
Should I just not fetch at all then?
I just don't think we're gonna drop.
If we draw a Death Shadow, like, I'm really worried that we're just not gonna do anything.
Maybe 1-1.
Huh?
1-1.
You don't lose the option to fetch if you find a Death Shadow. Well, I'm saying if we fetch now to not draw lands, I think I'm just going to take one more draw. I'm glad I did that. And then this Blood Crypt, I don't think I want to Shock. No, I'm gonna wait to turn on the Thoughtseize. But now that I drew Stubborn Denial, or Disdainful Stroke, I agree I can Thoughtseize. But I do want to wait one turn. Because this turn he's going to spend basically ramping. So he'll get Search for Tomorrow, put a land in play. I'm really surprised he didn't sack the Tri-Builder. It might mean he doesn't have anything to do with his mana. Sure. He just plays Valakut, okay. So he's just gonna play land drops and beat us that way. So if he's attacking with his Tri-Builder, okay, he's not attacking with the Tri-Builder. Man. Since he just played Valakut, this is tough. Because I'm a ways off delving, and I'm a ways off playing a Death Shadow. So I feel like if I shock both of them, I go to 14. I think I'm just taking another draw. I feel like I have to shock this one. Yeah, but I kind of want to get to 10 life as well. Alright, we're going to shock Thoughtseize. I should have just Thoughtseize first. Holy crap. Alright, opponent.
Got it.
Holy crap. Well, what do we do now? I mean, it's hard to counter anything if they never play a spell.
Yeah, they might just die to some bullshit. We're gonna need to draw something pretty soon.
We need a threat like now. Yeah, I'm conserving my life total as much as possible. We're definitely fetching probably a basic with one of these. Yeah, man, you got me. I have not been keeping up with the spoilers. My wife and I are going to Cancun soon, and so I've really been kind of focused on that and preparing. You brought in Lingering Soul. Should I get Godless Shrine? Yeah, probably. Oh. I feel like I have to bottom this.
No, you just snap out next turn.
Next turn I can.
Better than random draw.
It's not really that big of a threat though. It's not better than actually drawing something I want though.
Redraws.
Right, but it's time. It's time and tempo. And like he's just gonna play a Valakut and just start mountaining us to death. I'm bottoming it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made the right play is what I did.
Like that is only. Oh, it's only good if you draw exactly a number.
So now the question is whether I get Watery Grave and Shock to 11. Do I get Watery Grave? It's not even that good because he can play another Valakut and then he can play a Mountain and kill Growing Angler.
I don't think you can go any further.
I should get Island though. So we have double play.
Literally, like, 2 spells.
Yeah, he's gonna... I mean, when your plan is to play lands and we didn't play a threat, like, I guess. Right, so he plays Valakut next turn, and then he fetches a mountain.
Shouldn't be fetching.
Well, no, he should, because now I can play Valakut tapped, and now every mountain after.
6 damage. Oh, he's dead. Through the prime time. Oh, we're dead.
Yeah, we're super dead. This is a tough matchup. His hand's like a ton of lands too. Sure. All right.
Super duper. Super duper. 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1 was good. It was a tough final match. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the Lingering Souls were good. Definitely allowed us to beat Jund. I felt like we weren't beating our hands just weren't good enough to beat Titan.
The Rakdos Charm felt bad.
The Rakdos Charm, I agree,
Now
felt bad.
Spellbomb is better.
I think now Spellbomb is better. Now, if you're playing against like a lot of Lantern, I would probably want the Rakdos Charm. But that
I mean,
would,
we said we already had like 10.
yeah. I mean, EE, Ceremonious Rejection are all good enough, I
and
think.
Cake Man.
And Cake Man, yeah. So we have a lot of answers. So yeah, maybe Rakdos Charm isn't needed, and Spellbomb definitely I think would have been better. Yeah.
I would have liked a little more Graveyard Hate.
Yeah.
And I really do think that the Lingering Souls plan just plays too heavily into other people's Graveyard Hate. Because then you have 3 Lingering Souls, 4 Delvers, 7.
Yeah.
K Command is 8, 9. Snapcaster is
Yeah. So I think
13.
maybe what we'll do tomorrow is play the Young Pyromancer version and see what we like better. Because Young Pyromancer ideally is very similar, right? It's like you make a bunch of 1/1s. Lingering Souls is just a ton of power in one card. So, and that's the thing is like, Lingering Souls does get around Graveyard Gate. Like if I cast and flash it back immediately, they never have an opportunity to get it. So I don't think Lingering Souls is playing into the
Unless they
graveyard
have
that
Rest
much.
in Peace.
Sure. I mean, we're probably not beating Rest in Peace anyway.
You could with Young Pyromancer.
I mean, we could.
Young Pyromancer don't care.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, Death Shadow can beat it as well. I don't know. I'm gonna continue to try Lingering Souls. Maybe we'll try Young Pyromancer tomorrow. I don't know, this is a deck we literally built tonight. We kind of took a shell that we liked, and then we tweaked some cards. There's definitely some things I want to try. I'd like to try Ben Friedman's SCG list. I'd like to try a Young Pyromancer version. I do think if I play Ben's list, I'm not playing Rakdos Charm. The card just didn't feel particularly amazing. But, yeah. So anyway, it's already 9:11. Let's do the giveaway. See you, man. So, while I bring this up, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you watching. We are a Midwest stream. I stream out of Illinois. We like to support local shops. One of the big shops is OCM MTG. They sponsor this stream. I'm very thankful for that. If you'd like to check them out, you can go to ocmmtg.com. They're a Midwest vendor. They sell on TCG Player, and they travel to Iowa and Midwest events and sell cards, buy and sell cards. Chris Balls is a great guy if you're looking for someone to support. Again, that's ocmmtg.com. You can see their logo on my stream. GC Brissette 123, thank you for the follow. It means a lot. Follows really do help my channel grow. It helps make it more visible. It helps me get partnered. It doesn't cost you anything. We stream every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6 to 9 o'clock. I won't be streaming. I will stream next week, but then the week after I'll be on my honeymoon, so I won't be able to stream. So just a heads up there. We also do a weekly giveaway that's sponsored by OCMMTG. It's $10 in Magic Online credit. Only one person can win once a month, or you win one time a month. You must you must subscribe to be entered. Each subscription level gets you more entries into the $10 giveaway. You can find more information on the subscription levels and the perks of that. There's tons of things. We send out tokens once a quarter. This is what, let me see if I can show these to you. These are the tokens that we'll be sending out in about a month and a half. So we send out once a quarter to anyone who subscribes at $9.99 or above. We send you out tokens. We'll sign them. I do all the shipping, gathering of information. You just get the tokens. The reason we do it at $9.99 is because these do have a cost. My wife makes them. We bill out her time. We bill out the time to print them, or the cost to print them, and we also bill out the cost to ship them. So I would love to give them to all subscribers, but unfortunately $2.50 just isn't enough to warrant that. But if it's something you want and it's something you're interested in, please consider subscribing. Alright, that said, let me bring up our fancy dancy giveaway spreadsheet. Alright, so the way this works, we're in a new month. And I want to make sure I've got everyone as expected. So this is a list of entries. You can see multiple people are in here multiple times. That's because they're subscribing at various levels. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a random number generator on the screen here in a second. And I'm going to generate a number equal to the rows in this spreadsheet. Whichever name is on that row is going to be the winner. What I'm going to do as well is random the rows 3 times, just so it's truly, truly random each time. So we're going to generate a number here from 1 to 25. And we're going to randomize the rows 3 times. What deck does Green Shirt Guy play? That was Eben, and he typically plays blue-white control or some type of variant Grixis control. He's a control player at heart. All right, here we go. 3 times. Randomize. 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 All right. I do want to check one thing before I do this. Just want to make sure none of these subscribers have lapsed. I don't think that they have. But I do want everyone to get their chance if they deserve it. And if there are less people, that means you have a higher odds. All right. Nope. Yep, we're all good. Nope, nope, no, we're not. Someone needs to tell Jeremiah Nelson that his subscription has expired. All right, so yeah, we just removed 5 entries out of the giveaway. Let me fix these real quick. Nope, I got one more to remove. 6 entries out of the giveaway. All right, so here we go. 19 people generated row 10. Jesse Rosander is the winner this week. Congratulations, Jesse. Well deserved. You're always supported this stream very much. So I'm going to mark you down as the week 1 winner. We'll be doing a giveaway next week, again next Wednesday, and then the following week I won't be streaming, so we'll do the 2 giveaways in that final week of the month, and that'll give us 4 winners in a month. So Jesse, I will reach out to you and get your email address and send you over those instructions on how to claim your $10 MTGO credit. You too. I really appreciate you stopping by. That is going to be it for me tonight. We ran a little late, but that's fine. We played a little bit of a grindy deck and some grindy matchups. As always, if you're looking for my past broadcasts, you can find them on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/chameleon, which is my Twitch name. You can also type !YouTube in chat and find my YouTube information. It's also below the stream. So yeah. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 o'clock. You guys have a great night.